What's up, guys? B-Rob here, and today we're going to talk about carbs, and I'm going to share with you a three-step process that you can do to determine to better tackle this thing called carbs. All right, I'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, so today, like I just told you, we're going to talk about carbs, and I'm going to share with you a three-step method, and it's coming from health coach extraordinaire, Coach Sandy Robinson. And that name should ring a bell because she happens to be my wife. And so she came up with this triple C method to tackling this issue that most people have, an issue of carbs. And this is a way that you could follow this process, and it should help sort some things out for you. Now, I will tell you this, I'm not going to go too deep into detail here on this video because I really want you to go check out the blog and read it and just decipher every single thing that she says in the blog, and then let us know if you need help with applying it to your life. All right, so what exactly is going on here? So just like carbs themselves, you have simple and complex carbs. People have taken this topic of carbs, and that's something that I feel like is fairly simple, and made it more complex, right? Because there's all this information out floating around and everybody has their opinion. Then they talk about their opinion like it's the truth. Then someone takes that opinion that it's someone else's, that's not necessarily should be the truth for them in their situation, but they think it has to be the truth. And so therefore it becomes truth to them. But what we have found in our coaching experience and in our coaching business is that a lot of people that are cutting carbs should not be cutting carbs when you look at the goals that they have set for themselves. So Sandy developed this blog. She wrote this blog after figuring out how to help, and she told me about it. And when I read it, I'm like, I have to make a video. I'm like, if you don't make a video about it, I'm going to, because people need to know about it. They need to go read it, and they need to be helped out of this carb thing. All right. So like I promised, I'm going to talk about it, the three-step method that she has here, and then I'm going to tell you goodbye so you can go read it, and I'll make sure those links are in the description below to the blog and to leanwellonline.com. All right, so this three-step process, let's talk about it. So the first C in her triple C method is count. And this is something that we see. People just go into it. They get hyped up, gung-ho about their goals. They jump right in and they just say, you know what? I need to do such and such, so I'm just going to cut carbs. Well, have you done an assessment on your carb intake? Because you might be doing something to yourself and setting yourself up for an uphill battle, right? When it doesn't have to be as steep of a hill for you to have to climb up. And what I mean by that is carbs have a place, and the place for carbs is to provide us with energy. And so when you're saying you're going to go and you're going to get more physical and you're going to go do this, but you're going to cut your energy source, now that's going to be a problem for you. You may find some benefits early on, but to sustain that, you're going to find your body as your body adjusts to it, you're going to find possibly that your mind is shutting down, like your mental abilities are going to start depleting a little bit because you just don't have the energy. Your brain doesn't have the carbs to pull from to keep firing as quick as it has been. All right, so there's a lot that goes into it, and as a certified sports nutrition coach, certified health coach, and other professionals out there, we kind of know some of this. And so we really want to help you make sure you can reach your goals, okay? So the first one is count. Make sure you count, assess what you're doing so that you know what you're working with. The second one is convert. Now, after you count and you realize, you know what, I'm getting a lot of carbs, and I'm realizing that as I log and journal that my carbs are all simple or majority are simple. So maybe now it's time to convert some of those to complex and see what happens as you're going about to reach your goals, okay? So second is convert from simple to complex. There's a lot that happens with simple, and there's a time and place for simple carbs. As a sports nutrition coach, working with a lot of athletes that are trying to get their body prepped for on the basketball court, on the football field, on the track, things like that, in the gym, one of the things that I do is tell them when is a good time to eat those simple carbs and when you should just not eat. Just try to stay away from them as much as you can and lean more towards the complex carbs. So there is a time and place. And because carbs have their trigger for insulin, and there's a time insulin has been rightfully demonized because of our portion control in our culture, but insulin has been made to do something for you, something that benefits you, okay? So the second one is convert from simple to complex. The third is cut. This is your third and final. Once you realize you did your counting and you realize what you're working with, and then you try to convert, but you realize, you know what? I am eating a whole lot of carbs for my activity. My Coach Brian told me, Coach Sandy told me. So it is time for me to cut back on my carbs, right? So the third and final is to cut. Again, I want you to go. I am making this, I'm probably simplifying it a little bit so that I could just give you an overview and hopefully give you an appetite to go read the blog. Please go do that. You're going to love it. You're going to enjoy it. And if you need help applying it to your life, reach out to us. The same place where you can go read the blog. A few clicks on that site and you can get to either Coach Sandy or me. Also, the site leanwellonline.com and the actual blog is right here over my left shoulder, and here over my right shoulder is thisisbrob.com. That's my personal site for my target customer, but I would love for you to go ahead and check that out. And if that meets you, go to Lean Well Online first, but then go check me out at thisisbrob.com. Sign up for my mailing list, and let's stay in touch and build community. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to leave those links in the description. I'm also going to ask you to please like, share, subscribe this video. Please go check us out, and we will talk to you and look forward to what you have to say about it and building community with you. Hopefully this video helped you. Thank you for tuning in. This is B-Rob.